Hello guys, it's Chummaster. Today we have a Beyblade unboxing. This time we have the VS set. So, a Valkyrie Spriggan set. Honestly, really cool, because I mean, it's a Valkyrie Spriggan set. That's kind of great, but yeah. So, I consider this a main Valkyrie. It has the vault cheek mark on it, so to me this is the final Valkyrie, like the final Valkyrie. I mean, it's still Ultimate Valkyrie, but still, you know, it's like kind of an upgraded version, I guess you could say. This is a brand new Spriggan, though, so that's fun. We also got the VS gear. So let's just go ahead and open this up. Alright, so first up we have the sticker sheet here, and yeah, pretty nice. Also, this 3-2-1 Go Shoot teaser. I don't know if this is a release date or an announcement. Yeah, all three of the logos here. Is it a Gen 4 or something else? We don't know yet, but I am very excited for this nonetheless, because we are getting more Beyblade stuff next year, that means, which is nice. Here's everything that comes in the box. I'm going to go ahead and get all of this out so I can move a little bit faster here, because this is probably going to be a pretty long video, so yeah, going to go ahead and get everything out, and then I will be right back. Alright, and now everything out of the box. So first up, we do have this piece. This is for the mode change for Spriggan. Kind of wish they would have made a little bit better of a LR system for this thing. I don't like the DV LR system as much, because you have to have a tool. You know, GT and Sparking, you did not. I kind of wish they would have figured that out, but still have a tool in here, so I mean, at least they gave it to you. But anyway, let's get into the Valkyrie stuff first, because it is kind of the lesser of them, because it is less new. So first up, let's just go ahead and get the driver out of the way. This is Excel Dash. Is this like that much worse than Variable Dash? Not really. But it is still very boring. I mean, it's just Excel Dash, like it's not that crazy. Should they have picked something better? Yes. Should it have been Evolution Dash? Yes. But like, it's Excel Dash. It's at least not like that much worse than Variable or anything, or I'd even argue maybe better, because Variable just did not work with DB at all, so Excel Dash. Getting into the layer next, because, I mean, again, it's just not as new. The armor, still 9. Cool. Now we have the core. This is a little bit different. This is the Valkyrie 2 core. Now is primarily clear. I like this core a lot, honestly. It looks really nice. To my surprise, they did not include BU locks on this thing. I really thought they would have, but they did not. Not that big of a deal. We only have like 2 BU lock discs, and yeah, I mean, it was kind of an underutilized gimmick, so here we are. There is the Valkyrie 2 core. Also have the Ultimate Blade. This is also recolored a little bit. You got these new silver accents. Also, it is a bit darker, translucent blue now. Which I like a lot, honestly. It looks really nice. The rubber, I think, is like the same softness, about, I would say. So, unfortunately, they didn't change that, but whatever, it's fine. I didn't really expect it. But then there's, of course, the brand new part that everyone was probably surprised to see. That is Wing Dash. So we do have Wing Dash. This does take some other references of other bays. I believe the center part here is a little bit more based on like 12. Obviously Wing is the main part here. You also do have the references to Blitz on this thing on the sides here. I believe that's all the references though, but yeah. So they do kind of pull a legacy on us with the references. That one was 6. Boost and Zenith. So yeah, this one also takes a few different discs. Other discs that Valkyrie's had, which is kind of cool actually. So Wing Dash. Gonna go ahead and weigh these parts now, just so I can get this out of the way. And there we go. Lighting, a little bit odd. You can kind of see that actually, so it's not that bad. But Excel Dash, 5.89. Of course, it was going to be light. 5.9. Okay, sure. Valkyrie 2, 7.3, 9, 13.97, so just about 14 basically. Ultimate, 11.05, alright. Wing Dash, the new disc, 31.95, so just about 32. Actually, not too bad. When I heard Wing Dash, I thought it was going to actually be pretty light, but no, I guess they decided to make it at least a decent weight. Stacking everything on top of each other for the combined weight is about 70.2 grams. Actually, a little bit heavier than the original, which is nice. It does break 70, barely, but it still does break 70. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put this thing together and show you what it looks like all put together. Let me grab some stuff here. Alright, so focus is off. Alright, there is the low mode layer. I just did not show the high mode. Okay, I'll have to show that in a second. There's low mode. Looks really, really nice. Let me just do high mode really quick here. Just because I just like to show all of the modes, which is going to be my downfall with Spriggan, because I don't really want to, but I will. Alright, there's high mode for Valkyrie. Actually looks pretty cool. I like the silver with the metal here. Looks nice. Alright, so there we go. Put that back into low mode, and there we go. Alright. Getting the other parts here, Wing Dash and Excel Dash. Go ahead and put this thing together. If I could do that. Come on. There we go. Okay, pretty good locks. Anyway, here it is. Ultimate Valkyrie, Wing Dash, Excel Dash 9, the true final Valkyrie. So, there you have it. Alright, time to do the comparisons to the previous Valkyries, because, yeah. So here it is. Original Valkyrie compared to this Ultimate Valkyrie. So, you can see, you know, Wing Dash, Excel Dash. Pretty neat. Victory Valkyrie. Alright. God Valkyrie. Kind of similar blue underneath here to this. At least, like, kind of. Alright, Strike God Valkyrie. I guess the two kind of upgraded bays that are not like brand new evolutions. Winning Valkyrie. I guess these parts are kind of reminiscent of like these parts right here. A little bit anyway. They're both like, well, this is metal, this is silver, but still. Same idea. Here is Chozy Valkyrie. Which, another really cool Valkyrie, honestly. I like this one a lot. Then we have not Brave Valkyrie yet, Slash Valkyrie, the most forgettable one. So, yeah, Slash. Alright, now we have Brave Valkyrie. This is a nice one as well. I like Brave Valkyrie quite a bit. Although the stock is a little bit overrated in terms of how good it is, but that's fine. Savior Valkyrie, our original DB Valkyrie, which is kind of weird to think about, honestly, but no well. Still neat. And of course, the main comparison that I've really been wanting to do is the original Ultimate Valkyrie compared to this one. Okay. So again, the blue is a lot more present in the center here because this is now clear. Also just the color of blue, clearly different. Have the silver here now. This was not present on this. So yeah. And then, of course, parts are completely different under here. Legacy, Boost Dash, Variable Dash, Excel Dash, so... Yeah, which one do you like better? Personally, I like this one more, honestly. At least the layer. Parts I'm not sure about, but probably this one still, honestly. But layer for sure. I like this one a lot more. I think it looks a lot better. So there you go. That is Ultimate Valkyrie. At least kind of the final Valkyrie. Yeah, they had to do another thing for it. But yeah. Now, let's get into the main event. Burst Spriggan. So, if you didn't realize, we have Burst Spriggan, Ultimate Valkyrie, Burst Ultimate BU. And they had to do the funny joke there. Yeah. Anyway, driver. Let's just start with the driver. It's the least interesting part. Fusion Dash. This thing, we did not need Fusion Dash. Spriggan has had so many good drivers. You could have done Unite if you wanted to do this kind of idea here. I mean, come on. You have Merge. Merge is fine. Zeta kind of... okay, Merge isn't that great, but, like, whatever. It's better than Fusion. Zeta would have been... Like, there's only a Fusion mode on Zeta. Like, you literally have a Fusion mode on Zeta. Come on. Like, you could have done Zeta at the very least. You had... Okay, Dimension was a little bit weird, but I would have taken Dimension over this. And, like, you had Quattro. How do you not use Quattro on the final Spriggan? That was such a perfect move. If not, like, Unite at the very, very least. That just should have been done. I don't know how it wasn't. Disc. Let's just do the disc next, which is Spread Dash. This one I'm fine with. Names... Okay, Wing Dash and Spread Dash, I wish they would have just called them some new names, but, like, the discs themselves are fine. This does make some references to some previous bays. Of course, the main one being Spread. You also have some references to 7. I believe also this top part is referencing Knuckle, so there you go. Also, the shape just reminds me of, like, Over a little bit, but I don't think that's what they were going for. But still, very, very cool. Next up, we'll have the armor. The 8 armor. Let me figure out which is, like, the correct... I don't think there's a correct way to put this, but, 8 armor kind of references the, like, axes and stuff that Spriggan has had, so... There you go. Very hollowed out. Hopefully the weight's alright on this thing. 13 point, like, 2, 3? It's, like, not great, but something. Now we have... the Spriggan 2 core. Alright, the Spriggan 2 core. This is a nice core. I like this core a lot. So it is mainly referencing, I guess, like, kind of Storm Spriggan, the original Spriggan a little bit. These parts reference Lord Spriggan, actually. The metal on it, they're just painted, but still. It references that. Color scheme kind of reminds me more of Legend Spriggan, honestly. There's a little bit of Spriggan Requiem in it, but, like, whatever. I think this is also meant to reference Legend right here, this top part. So, you have a lot here. It is LR. You do also get the 3 sets of BU locks. They're hard to see because it's clear, but still. There we go. Right there, you get the 3 of them. So that is pretty nice. Very, very cool core. I like Spriggan 2 quite a lot. I still don't think Burst Spriggan was that necessary of a bait to include. I would have rather seen, like, Death Scyther or Wyvern. But they at least, like, aside from the driver, it's a pretty cool bay, at the very least. They did that much. Here's the Burst Blade, which I actually like a lot. I think this is also a good blade here. I don't like the amount of gold on this, not gonna lie, but whatever. This references Chozy Spriggan, these parts right here. These reference Spriggan Requiem. The rubber here references, I believe it is kind of like, I believe it's, no, World Spriggan, the burst stoppers, the shape of them. But the rubber is meant to be like Astral Spriggan. There we go, that's the reference. But, yeah. Rubber's actually very soft on this, like, which is interesting. Sure. But yeah, this is the right side this time. So, For whatever reason, they had World Spriggan, the Requiem side is the right side, but then with Astral, it was the left side. Now we're back to having it as the right side, and obviously the Legend mode is the opposite, but I don't know why they've kind of flipped that around multiple times now, but whatever. This side is the Legend side, which I personally like more. Obvious references to Legend Spriggan right here. Also the metal, this is based on Astral Spriggan. Also harder to see, but there are these two little diamond shapes that is referencing the original Spriggan, so there you go. That is nice. But yeah, that is those are the two sides of Spriggan. Let's go ahead and get the weight now. I'm going to have to do a lot of jump cuts, by the way, so I apologize if that's frequent, but there are a lot of modes. I got to get the spin directions and whatnot, so that'll take a while. But anyway, I'll start with Fusion Dash. 5.73, yeah, that was not going to be a great one, but, you know, it is a weight. Spread Dash, let's see, is this decent? Yeah, 32.95. So just about 33, not bad at all. That's like almost, I think that's like close to overweight at least. Not bad, not bad. 8. Oh, that is an L. That is a massive L. 12.79. I don't think we've ever had an armor under 13. Like, 1 was pushing it, but that was like pretty far under. Okay, that's kind of bad. Spriggan 2. 8.21. Okay, that's fine. And Burst. How is Burst doing? Damn. Alright, 15.57. Actually really heavy. So 8 is actually kind of an L, not gonna lie. Let me grab the disc. I guess the disc was kind of nice, and Burst is crazy, so the stock combo should still be fine. Alright, 75.26 grams. Yeah, that is a pretty solid weight. It is lighter than Astral, though, but yeah, that's fine. Alright, let me show off all of the layer modes, and then I will put it in the mode I like the most, and then I will show off the, actually, I could show off both stock combos with both right and left. I'm just going to do the layer for the high modes, though, just to, get that out of the way, just because, you know, I gotta do the high mode. Alright. Yeah, looks decent. Sure. Low mode's always preferred, but... is that stuck? No, I'm just stupid. Alright, that's fine. I don't know what it is about LRVs, but they also never like to come out. There we go. One thing I do is I push on the armor tab here to push it out, and then the cord just kind of falls out. Otherwise, if I try and push on the cord, it just takes way too long. But anyway, I don't know if that's like a common knowledge or not, but that is like an easier way to do it if you are having trouble with it, because sometimes bays like to stick. So anyway, let me go ahead and throw the armor in low mode here. Alright, so there we go. That looks pretty nice. I still don't like the amount of gold here, but it still looks like kind of cool at least. I don't mind it too much. So there's Burst Spriggan in its right spin Requiem mode. Grabbing the parts. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're good. So, there it is. This is Burst Spriggan. Spread Dash, Excel Dash. Okay, not Excel. Let's try that again. Burst Spriggan, Spread Dash, Fusion Dash 8. That is the full name. Alright. So, also, fun thing before I start getting into the evolutions and stuff. Let me find where. There it is. I have a lot of bays over here, so I'm trying to figure out where all of them are sometimes. So, if you take these two, this has a 2 and a 0 on it, so 20, 1 and 5, 15, 2015. Basically, that was the year that Beyblade Burst started. These were the first 2 releases, so just a fun little Easter egg on them, so there you go. Alright, now it's time for me to do all of these evolutions, because, you know, the Valkyries didn't take long enough, but, and what makes it worse is I have two sides to go through, so I'm going to compare them to both sides, so we're going to be here a while for the Legend, or not Legend, the Requiem side, then I'll do the Legend side, and all that stuff in a minute, so let me start getting these bays ready. Alright, so let's grab Burst Spriggan and the original Spriggan. Yeah, this is a quite a difference here. Although, spread to spread dash, fusion to fusion dash, I mean, yeah, that is something, but still the layers, very different. Also, this is way larger, so that's something. Storm Spriggan, yeah, this is just different. This is like a completely different bay, honestly. The amount of gold in this thing, it doesn't even resemble this guy anymore, so, like, barely anyway. Legend Spriggan, this one is the one that kind of just does not really match here, but, I gotta show it anyway. Yeah, it's very different. Alright, next up, Spriggan Requiem with the Requiem mode here. Pretty nice. Sure. Yeah. Kind of see how the references are here. But yeah, anyway. Next, we got Chozy Spriggan. The heads here, you can kind of tell, are similar. Also, both are very, very gold. Although I like the underneath of this one better because I like Zero Wall. I wish I would have done like a BU disc on this thing or something kind of resembling that, but oh well. Next up, Lord Spriggan. My least favorite Spriggan, probably. I'm just not a fan of it, but, yeah. Again, a lot of gold on this thing, which I don't usually like when I see a lot of gold on Spriggan, so, yeah. Next up, World Spriggan in its Requiem mode. So, also very, very different bay. Do have 2 balance with its free spin here, but, you know. Yeah, less gold on this one, though. And Astral Spriggan. Not gonna lie, I kinda like this Requiem mode a little bit more on this one. I like the core more here by a lot, but like, I don't like this blade how it looks as much, if I'm being honest, so. Yeah. Also, yeah, over and spread dash kind of do look similar underneath. I wonder if that was intentional. Maybe. I don't know. So that's every Spriggan. Alright, let's go ahead and change this thing into its Legend mode. So, let's go ahead, take it apart. I guess I could just show you how to change the mode or something, but, and again, this likes to get stuck. Let me, there we go. So in case you don't know how to change the modes, just make sure these are out. And just grab the tool, it twists. If it would, if it wants to twist. There we go. Alright, so now it is in, should be in left spin. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this into high mode for left spin. There it is. With the metal, looks decent. Not too bad. Sure. But I think the more interesting one is, of course, going to be low mode. This is also the mode I do plan on just leaving it in for collection and stuff. Because I do like the Legend mode a lot. This looks really, really nice. Has way more red on it, just a little bit of gold, some black, a little bit of white, the metal. This is a good Spriggan right here. I like this a lot. So, this is also its left spin mode, which, yeah, sure, why not? That is a strange... Okay, sure. So there it is. That looks really, really clean, so... Yeah. Very nice. So I guess now we have to compare it to all the evolutions and put the other ones in their legend mode to give a more proper comparison to those as well. Oh, before I actually show the evolutions, there is one thing about the Burst Blade I've almost forgotten. If you can see in there, there are these little red pieces sticking out right around there. Also up here. That is based on Lord Spriggan's Burst Stopper. I don't know how I've almost forgotten to talk about that. That is why, so when I put it together, let me just show this really quick. I can't believe I almost forgot to talk about that. You can see the disc. I just kind of left it there and it just is staying. If I move it, it'll fall off. But yeah, that is part of its gimmick. Has those burst. I don't know if I'd call them burst stoppers. They're more like burst resistors because they don't like come out or anything. They're not like a Belial burst stopper, but like they're there. Okay, I had to mention that. All right, let me get these guys ready now for the comparison. All right, so we have original Spriggan compared to this. This actually, I don't know. This almost looks not like the same, obviously, but it's like a little bit closer than the Requiem mode. Kind of. You got the little, like, diamond things here. Same as this one. It's kind of neat. Anyway, next up, we have Storm Spriggan. I guess the red just makes them look a little bit more similar, which is nice. Again, I like when Spriggans have red on them, so that's always fun. Legend Spriggan, the mode that this is based on. Again, the heads, you can kind of see like the similarities there. Pretty cool. Spriggan Requiem, kind of the oddball comparison here, but whatever. Actually, I think the next few are kind of weird with this one, because they're all very, very gold, and this is not, so yeah. Shozy Spriggan. These just look like two completely different lines of base right here, not gonna lie. They are extremely different. I guess underneath is a little bit more, like, similar, but, you know. Right here, nah. Lord Spriggan, also very, very different looking. Yeah. World Spriggan, now in its legend mode. Still pretty different, but again, they at least look a little bit closer. We've got like the golds going on underneath as well, so yeah. I guess a little bit more comparable. And Astral Spriggan. Also pretty different, but again, similar enough, I would say. So there you go. That is the Spriggan comparisons done. Okay, the insane comparison, everything. Okay, that was like way, way too long on comparisons, but had to do it. It's the final time we have to do something this ridiculous, but yeah. So that is, of course, Valkyrie and Spriggan. We're not done, but yeah, our final Valkyrie and our final Spriggan. Kind of insane, but there you go. Yeah, so that's that. But we do have one final thing left. The VS gear. So the VS gear, this is a combination of the V gear and S gear, kind of. The V gear part is a little bit like redone. You have this plastic part. It does free spin. This one's like really, really stiff. I don't know if it's supposed to be like crazy. I guess it's not that stiff, but still, you kind of see like moving it around. I guess, no, I think I'm fine. Never mind. I think I was just holding it weirdly. It's still a little bit stiff, but like it's not that bad. Still moves fine. I don't know if it's supposed to like really go crazy with the free spin or not, but I don't know. Anyway, let me grab my V gear just to compare the V gear to the VS gear, because it might not look that big normally, but it is a pretty massive difference, I would say, between this and this. So just had to show that really quick because it is kind of ridiculous. But, yeah, so we go ahead and grab the scale. So how heavy is the VS gear? 7.31. That's actually pretty heavy. So there you go, 7.31. And now let us take our Divine Belial to make Divine Belial Nexus Adventure Ultimate Gear, which will be the final step in its gear set here. So let's take Adventure. Let's take our VS gear. Also worth noting that the VS gear does not work on All Might, only Venture and Adventure. So when you put it on, the rubber will retract, so that is worth noting. Also, again, very, very large piece here. Almost reminds me of like Charge or something a little bit with how big this is. Let's go ahead and slap this thing on our... If I could, let me just give me a second here. This is not going well. Okay, I'm having a bad time here. The VS gear just came off. Let me... Come on, you can do it. Or not. Okay, I think I'm good now. Probably. We can hope. I am not good. Okay, let me just let me just... Okay, I think I got this like on. Or not? Can we... Oh, I did get it. Okay. There we go. So, Belial 3 has some very strong locks, and the spring will actually tighten when you put on V gear or VS gear onto Adventure. So, this thing has some crazy locks to it. The reason it was so hard to put on is because it's like, V gear is always awkward to put on because it can like fall off, but also like you have the free spinning piece. It was like a weird mix. But anyway, here's our final Belial. Divine Belial Nexus Adventure Ultimate Gear. There it is. That looks stupid, but also great. Cannot believe that we finally have another full Belial gear set. Kind of insane. There you go. Let's go ahead and compare this to the other two perfect gear. Well, like, not other two, but yeah, both versions of all, Belial with perfect gear, Dynamite, and Dangerous. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay, that took way longer of an explanation than was needed, but here's our original perfect gear versus our new ultimate gear. Gonna be honest, I like this one way, way more than this. This looks significantly better. Alright, let's go ahead and make the other perfect gear. Now we have our Dangerous Belial perfect gear compared to this. This one's definitely more ridiculous than this one, but I kind of prefer the more like normal looking thing to this whack one. I really like this one the most. Yeah, I think this one gets a little bit too ridiculous, which is kind of cool, but like I still just like this one a lot. It just seems like a solid bay, and while it is ridiculous, it's still not like completely stupid. Maybe it is. Whatever. So that's that. That is everything with this set. This video was kind of hell to record, not gonna lie. There was way too much here, but that's fine. It's still like, I mean, I'm glad there is a lot here, but it was just a lot to do. But that's fine. I just hit the tripod again. God damn it. Alright, there we go. So that is our VS set. Ultimate Valkyrie, kind of the final Valkyrie. Burst Spriggan, our last Spriggan, and then of course the VS gear to complete Divine Belial Ultimate Gear. So overall, I like this set a lot. I just wish that Valkyrie and Spriggan actually got better drivers. Overall, I think Spriggan is really cool. I wish maybe could have added a little bit more to the Spriggan 2 core, like a gimmick like metal or something. Would have made sense to throw some B-Blocks on the Valkyrie 2 core, but I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, just would have made sense, but I'm not going to hold it to them BU locks are really not that crazy. Driver selection's like my only problem here. VS gear is great. I like it a lot. Overall, really cool set. Nice to get a Valkyrie Spriggan set before Burst ends. I kind of wish this slot was used for something else, like a Death Scythe or Wyvern set would have been kind of nice, but if we got a Spriggan outside of the driver selection, this was a pretty great Spriggan, I will at least say that much. So they at least did it justice, I think, for the most part. Again, just Fusion Dash, that is a massive L, come on. Honestly, the entire BU driver selection's been pretty bad, like, as a whole anyway. Couple decent ones, like for like Hyperion and Helios, but overall it's been a little bit whack. But anyway, that's all for this video. That's all for the VS. So let me know what you think about it if you watched to this point. Overall, it's good. Just drivers, you dropped the ball there. You could have made this a genuinely perfect set if they just could have got that right. They just didn't. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So yeah. Anyway, next is Lucifer. That'll be potentially the final BU release and maybe even final Burst release. So stay tuned for that next month. But for now, thanks for watching and bye-bye.